Hi.
Good evening. This is the Karla Rainelle Show. I'm Karla Gordy Bristol.
And I'm Rainelle Saunders, and it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy Karla and Rainelle Show day.
Absolutely. I'm so happy. And the weather is amazing in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Sorry for anyone who's not enjoying fantastic weather right now. We'll do our best to share and send it your way soon.
Exactly. Send all the loving rays of sunshine.
Yeah, I know. It's just truly marvelous out here in LA right now. So,
yeah, it really is.
Did you get to enjoy some of the weather?
In traffic, yeah. I've been in traffic a lot the past few days, and I've been trying to enjoy it, though. Had good music on, taking deep breaths, being very peaceful. There's no point. I mean, unless I can sprout wings and fly, and my car can't fly either, so I guess I have no choice.
Relax and enjoy.
Just trying to enjoy
Exercise patience.
Exactly.
That's the best thing to do.
And get there safely, that's what I say.
So as we did last week, we have a monitor set up so that if you have questions for us, hopefully it will pop up and give us all the information we need to engage in dialogue during the show with you. And it's right here, so if you see me reaching over, that's what I'm doing. I'm looking at the screen like I'm doing now to see if I see you.
Just trying to see what's going on and who's watching.
I know,
but
right?
We love you all. We know that we have our loyal watchers out there. I'm sure we'll find out who all of you are tuning in, and 5:30, it's the magic hour.
It is. I think it's a great time. In the middle of the week, 5:30. I think it's a good time. Is this a good time for you guys?
Yeah, middle of the week, middle of the day.
So we've been talking every week about March Madness.
Yes.
NCAA, the basketball championship happened on Monday. The matchup was Gonzaga, and some say Gonzaga, some say Gonzaga. I literally heard both by all reports going on.
That's funny.
I say Gonzaga, but
I guess we should ask them.
And I say Gonzaga.
Right. Tomato.
Jimmy Kimmel did a whole thing about it. He goes, I don't know what it is. Gonzaga, whatever.
Yeah.
But North Carolina won.
Yes.
They did it.
Well, I was rooting for the underdog a little bit, and because I kind of like the name. Anything with a Z in it somehow I like. So it made me say, oh, I hope they win. And then when they won the first, go round in the Final Four, and then this one I was like, but they stayed really close.
They did.
I was in traffic again, but I was listening on the radio, and then I got home just in time to see literally the last 30 seconds, and by then they had fallen apart. I was like, oh well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
I went to a really nice restaurant here in Beverly Hills. The Grill on the Alley. And I had some crab cakes and Brussels sprouts and watched basketball.
Oh,
so
good. Okay.
It was a good evening.
Good.
But North Carolina is my dad's home state. He's from North Carolina. I grew up going there all the time.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful state, too.
Yeah.
And so I had to, of course.
Oh, good. Well,
he's resting there in his burial site with his mom and all. So I had to.
Oh, okay. Of course.
So I had to go with
Of course, root for them. And I'm happy. I mean, I didn't, I didn't know who Gonzaga was or Gonzaga, whatever. I didn't know who they were until 2 weeks ago. So it's okay. You know me. Pick a team and then root for them. But good. And then my, the UConn ladies, they got knocked out of the finals.
Yes.
So, or no, yeah. So,
oh, I know.
Unfortunately, I did hear that, but no more about that.
We have William Minor. We have Bud G. And Wanda. So, hi everybody.
Thank
you. Good morning to Wayne, who's in Australia.
Well, yeah, it's about 12:30, right? I think we got it down now. 12:30 in the afternoon.
I know.
He's having lunch and maybe some tea or something at 12:30.
Good morning, but good afternoon, Wayne.
I know. That's right. Did you have a change of time or something? Did y'all have some kind of daylight savings time or something?
It's 10:40 a.m. Thursday in Australia.
Really?
Interesting.
What happened at 12:30? I thought that was the time. Okay, so I'm all messed up then.
I know.
I thought I knew what I was talking about. So much for that. Okay.
No, we're learning it.
Yeah. But in any case, you're ahead of your time there, Wayne.
William says, hey, someone says hot, so I don't know what's hot. Is it what's in this cup?
Is it us?
Is it the flowers?
Is it the weather we were just talking about?
Oh, that's it, of course. We just tried to, take it in that
exactly,
direction.
taking credit for the sunshine and the heat, of course. Okay.
So the Walk with the Mayor is back. I've been talking about the race, of course, the election and so forth. And Lily Bossy is back once again as the mayor of Beverly Hills.
Nice.
And one of her initiatives in her first year as mayor, about 3 years ago, was to have it as a healthy city.
Yeah.
So BH Healthy City. And to get the community out and about walking and eating healthy and so forth. And so the Walk with the Mayor is a program she started. Was hugely successful. It created so many relationships with people here, friendships and business relationships, just all kind.
Yeah.
And even I, my real estate partner today, I met doing the walk.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just a great thing to do for the community.
Yeah.
And there were 400 people that came on Monday.
Wow.
400 people
That's
came out.
a great turnout.
To walk with the mayor of Beverly Hills and the community of the city and walk the streets. We had motorcycle Beverly Hills police escorts.
Okay.
We had the traffic cops on bikes escorting us through the city and blocking traffic. It was so
really? Oh, how special.
And we're walking around in a sea of orange. So if you're ever around Beverly Hills on a Monday and you see orange, you know what's going on. Because a lot of people are like,
I know.
What is this? Is it a parade?
A parade, I know. A parade for the orange t-shirt.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's a lot of people walking the streets.
Yeah, but that's
we went
good.
to the Waldorf Astoria, which is a brand new hotel under construction owned by the Beverly Hilton. And it looks beautiful.
Really?
I'm so excited
that
it's here.
Good. And, I haven't passed through because traffic's always so bad in that little area they're trying to get through since they started the construction. But
it'll be opening in a
I guess
few months.
Pretty soon, I guess I'll start looking up to see what have they done. What have they done?
At the intersection of Wilshire Boulevard in Santa Monica. It's a gorgeous building, and we got a private tour during the construction site.
Really?
So that was really nice with the general manager and the owner and the
Very
whole team, the sales team, all the VPs came out. So it was a
Oh.
really fun way to see it and to be able to see it before it's finished because it'll be around for many, many, many years.
Oh, yeah.
And to always know we saw it under construction is kind of cool.
Well, maybe you'll get a special invite to the grand opening.
Yeah, and I led the warm up, by the way. My little, I'm glad I'm in the gym again. Good thing I'm back in the gym.
Or they'd
again.
be like,
Good thing. I don't know if you were hearing me then because I somehow forgot to put my mic.
Our sound is pretty good. Plus, I'm sure mine picked up a little.
I led the warm up. Lily Bossy had asked me if I could do that. There's Deion Jackson, obviously Deion Sanders, is out of town, and so I did it for I'm doing it for 2 weeks, this week and next Monday, and so it's a good thing because I would have been panting after the second reach. So good thing I'm back working out because it was it's
a breeze.
It's a breeze. I was doing Zumba last night. I'm all good.
Good. Okay, well. There you go.
It's all good in the neighborhood. You gotta
I'm sure that they were happy. Yeah, one of these Mondays, maybe I will. I'll just go search
you gotta
for
do
the orange
And
shirts.
speaking of dance, Debbie Allen is coming to the Wallace this Saturday.
Oh, already? I remember that it was going to be April, and it sounded like it was a long way off at the time. It was like way in April.
She's already done one. So
we missed out. That was like January. I think
but it's time.
Well, there you go.
So we can come do some salsa with Debbie Allen at the Wallace Annenberg. It's free to the community or anyone that wants to come.
On Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Saturday or Sunday now? I'm confused.
The other ones were Sunday, so maybe Sunday. It is Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it on my calendar.
Off the top of my head.
Definitely put it on the calendar. Something to do. So. All right, so I know there's lots of news going on.
Oh, my God.
Good, bad, and ugly news.
The news.
We'll just touch on a few things. Go ahead, Karla. You can kick it off because I'm like, I don't know. There's so much going on. The whole Russia. I mean, and I'm sorry about the bombing that they had on the subway and everything. That was terrible.
Well,
we wouldn't want to wish anything bad on any of the people of that country.
Yeah.
Except the ones who have been doing wrong and doing wrong to us. So
why can't everybody just get along and stop doing bad?
Yes.
But there's a lot going on. We posed a question to our viewers about the wiretapping accusation by elect Trump, now President Trump, about President Obama wiretapping during his campaign.
Yeah.
So they've been trying, everyone's saying there's nothing there's no proof of anything. So now they're attacking, or going after, I should say, Susan Rice, his former assistant to Obama, and she unmasked the people on Trump's campaign during that time, only to answer some questions about some things that were, of concern. But it wasn't what the Republicans are trying to make it into about wiretapping. They're saying there's no connection. That doesn't answer that question. There's still no evidence of wiretapping, but they're once they focus on something, it's like they just won't let go.
They try to divert, but was there anything visible? Because I thought that there was some actual tape or something, some kind of videotape that was a part of this whole investigation.
There are pieces that are coming out
where they have proof, basically,
about wiretapping.
Or they have proof of the evidence of people talking to the Russians. That's
that's different.
That's a whole other.
Yeah, right. I'm talking about the deflecting focus. You're on what the main issue is the fact of a relationship with Russia by Donald Trump and his campaign. And it seems very clear. They're saying that there are definitely going to be people going to jail over this. And we'll wait to continue to see the saga. I'm just glad I'm not involved in the day-to-day having to find all that information because it's got to be
so much.
I trust that the right people will get it done, and we'll
that's right
hurry and get some people to jail.
That's right. Cuff them up.
Cuff them up so we can focus on the issues of the country
and what's really going on and how it's affecting.
Important things we need to be doing, right?
Taking care of business. We need to be taking care of some serious business. And, one thing, because I heard this, and I know we've talked about this before, but just the cuts to the arts, the cuts to child care, cuts to the food, what is the food program, everything that helps.
The parks.
Cutting millions, to the billions, I think there were billions of dollars of cuts $1.5 billion
to the parks.
Yeah.
And then Trump just publicly gives a check for his pay, $78,000, and that's supposed to put a dent in what's going on.
Okay.
$1.5 billion? Come on.
Really?
You're a bit off.
No.
That didn't really, and you give it to the people that you just took the $1.5 billion from.
Yeah.
So does that make sense? You cut their budget, but then you want to go, hey, I'm giving them my paycheck. That's like putting change in a cup.
Exactly. That's
to the
terrible.
people you just cut it. So there's a picture of the guy receiving the check.
I'm sure his face must have been priceless.
Like, this is the check, okay? So he has a check, and he's just like...
Like, really, people?
Like...
Yeah. Do you see this ridiculous?
I think I'll go buy some toilet paper for the month with this.
That's like
for the parks.
Stealing a multi-million-dollar painting and replacing it with, like a cartoon from the newspaper saying... We're even.
No, better yet, something their kid drew.
Come on.
Yeah, it's really sad. But he wanted to look like he did some good. So everybody's thinking, see, he gave his paycheck to them. It's so great. But you have to, if you're going to, be involved in the system, you have to focus and take notes. What happened last month? What did he do? Remember, they connect. They don't, cancel each other out. So. Oh, well.
We're not stupid.
I am not. Oh, I love the love. Hearts. Who is doing all the hearts? Yes, love you too.
Maybe they like it when we're talking some trash about the government. Okay.
I know, right? And so, I am. We're not going to say. Oh my God, they keep coming. I've got to see who is this.
We're gonna be good.
Who is this? Is this Elise Blake?
We're gonna be good.
From sunny Florida, 95 degrees. Record breaking. All right,
we like
Elise.
that. Except it's humid, I bet, down there.
And Dorian Bell's a sports fan. Major sports fans here. I love my basketball for sure, but football, all of it. So we're not going to do too many, political focuses. But you start messing with a great president and saying bad things like Obama, and then you come in with a bunch of kitty accusations. It's just so frustrating. So Susan Rice, stay strong.
That's right.
And let's not deflect the focus.
That's right.
Which is the Russia. Russia.
Like, what did you say earlier? It's like, finding, your man cheating, you get him on videotape cheating, and then he's like, what were you doing videotaping me? Like, that's how ridiculous it is. It's like, forget about what the subject is. And were you following me?
Right. I saw you having dinner with a woman.
I followed you into the bedroom with your naked butt.
You shouldn't have been looking,
I know it's stupid. We can't even, we can all go on, because I'm sure each of us have heard some kind of ridiculous story like that.
Oh, I've got.
When somebody's been
I'm not
busted.
Even going to expose, but I've got some doozies.
Oh, I bet. We could go on it. That's a whole nother show.
Even my ex-husband, I've got a real doozy on that one, but I'll let that go.
We're not going to get personal now. Hold it, duck. Woo,
I know, he's the father of my children, ex or not. I will stop the conversation
like,
right there.
Scoot my chair over a little bit, so it might be hitting her in a minute. It's all good. Okay, let's move on, darling.
Okay, I'm all about stocks. I'm all about stocks.
Yeah,
this is really cute. I love stocks. I have stocks. I've had stocks for years, and I like Panera Bread. Panera Bread is like selling, it was selling at least when it was like $150 a share, then went to $200 a share.
Ooh.
Now it's up to $315 a share for Panera Bread. Who thought? It's a bakery. All this money in a bakery, yet Starbucks is like $58. Go figure, right? Huge difference. Starbucks is everywhere.
Yes.
And I think more well discussed and attended, I would think.
True.
But no, Panera Bread. And Panera Bread just was purchased, or was in the midst of a purchase by JAB Holdings. Mm-hmm. And it was announced, and of course their stock went, woo!
Of course.
Really crazy.
Boom, boom, boom.
And they're buying it for $7.2 billion. Yes, I said billion with a B.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of moolah.
Wow.
A lot of moolah.
Must be some good bread.
So that's a real lot of a whole bunch of moolah. So that's about $3.15 a share. They also own, the company that's buying them owns Caribou Coffee, Krispy Kreme donuts, Pete's Coffee, and the Keurig. The Keurig machine company, so which is huge. So it should do very well. So if you're into buying $300 stocks, go for it, because I have a feeling it's going to end up around. Oh yeah, it's going to get to about 600. Oh yeah, you're going to. It's going up. Sure. It's going to double. That's my prediction. So when you make that money, remember me. I like muffin baskets.
I know muffin baskets from Panera Bread.
From Panera Bread, give me a Panera Bread basket when you make all that money. Just I'll shoot you my PO box. So I just wanted to make sure, because I'm all about stocks, but that's the one I'm going to let slide.
Okay.
But I am about to grab one of these other social media companies, so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're the tip lady, so if any of you can get tips from Karla, do that with your money.
I learned from my mom. Mm-hmm. Iris Gordy is definitely a stock person, so whenever I have I'll be okay. Should I buy this stock? This is what's going on. And she'll ask me all the proper questions. So I at least have an inside person that really knows it well.
Good. Yeah. Well, she's a smart lady, so we know if she's on it, then it must be doing something. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I'm going to something else happening. Well, this is just kind of a fun tidbit for people who have kids going to college. Right now, everybody's graduating.
Yeah.
But then, of course, those juniors are about to be seniors, and they're getting ready to look at their colleges. And so it's this young girl and a guy that, where are my glasses, that got into 8 and 7 of the Ivy League schools, which is not easy. Oh. It really is not easy. So, I always see this happen and trying to find what's really the trick to that. Mm-hmm. And I tried to look at a few stories about people that made it in and see what do you need to do to get your kid into it? What's the secret?
Formula?
So the commonality to me I'm noticing is that they were all in high school government leadership positions.
Oh, okay.
They were all engaged in government in the school from freshman year on. It's something they started right away. So I would say if your kid's in middle school, start getting them involved.
Right.
They also did community service, but not the community service that I had my kids do. Just they did nice community service, but no, they do it on the level where they were going out of the country.
Really?
Taking trips with these charities that go to other countries,
right.
helping people in other countries with water, right, building home. Doing some super duper community service work where they're very much engaged and traveling, and it's not just going getting some points on your sheet, helping out.
True. So they're looking for future leaders.
That's it. It's more leader positions.
Yeah, they want people who are aiming, high to make a difference in the world, and they want to be able to say, hey, they came from our school.
Yeah.
They're,
That's the kind of people, yeah. So I just, everybody I looked at had these same things. And then, of course, their essay was just amazing, and usually heartfelt about your family or personal experience, and usually it's some kind of a tragedy, just like a reality show. These reality shows, they get into one of these stories, and it's like, Dancing with the Stars, the contestant, and my mom went here, and I lost her when I was young, and my dad had this 10 jobs. It's these kind of stories that make you go, oh. And so those are the ones that were working.
Yeah, that growing up, though, probably the parents having them involved in things earlier, which made them compassionate in the first place, so that by the time they get to a position where they have a chance to go, where one kid might be somewhere going, are you kidding me? I'm not leaving my basketball team to go do it.
Exactly.
Or others that are looking for things where they want to help other children or around the world, or they feel that compassion because maybe of something that happened and the way that they were dealt with. Or
no, it's so true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
well, there's one girl, the mother started her at kindergarten. She gave the speech to represent her kindergarten class.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Yeah, and this is one that made it into Ivy League school. So the mom was just so impressed at kindergarten that her daughter was up there giving the speech for her class. And I'm like, really?
Well, that's really starting.
I know, right? And I was like, well, my daughter did really good. Both of them did really good in kindergarten, but they weren't making speeches for the class.
I know. I think I drew very well, and I probably was writing some stories because that was my thing. But,
I mean, they were A students. They were on honor roll and all these things, but, goodness, that's not enough. That's not enough. So these are the things you look for. So just wanted to I always like to share things that I see going on because, I'm all about sharing and helping. Everyone in the world should help somebody else. Yeah. So I'll give a shout out to those that did make it in recently. Ifioma White Thorpe, 17-year-old from New Jersey, got into all of the Ivy League schools.
Wow.
Go girl.
Amazing.
Work it. 8 Ivy League schools she made it to. And then Luke Kenworthy, 17, another high school senior. Yeah. He received a bunch of rejection letters initially.
Oh, yeah.
So he was discouraged. And then in the end, he made it into 7 Ivy League schools.
Wow.
Yeah, before. So what does that say to the ones that rejected him that weren't Ivy League schools? That's what's funny. They must feel real silly.
Yeah, cuckoo for them.
Yeah, cuckoo for them. So I thought that was really funny. I didn't make it into,
I know.
such and such tech, ABC Tech, but I got into Harvard.
Okay.
Really?
I know that seems silly, but you never know. You don't know what.
You never know, but plan ahead and get
exactly.
it. You too can be in an Ivy League school.
That's right.
But I don't think it's necessary to be successful, though. I want to make that sure.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to an Ivy League school to be successful in life.
No, absolutely not.
It just depends on what path I think someone's trying to take. It maybe it would be a better fit.
Yes.
But any college, to me, I just always tell them, get a degree. Get a legitimate accredited degree, and you're good.
Yeah.
So.
Even though we know there are some of those who didn't even go to college and still made it.
Yeah, Barry Gordy.
Impact in the world. So
Barry Gordy, very successful, and many, many others. So
that's not this day and time. I don't think that's the way that should not be your first thought.
True.
It's like, let's not get a further education.
Buy a good stock, you don't have to go to school.
Okay. Listen to Karla.
You get a good stock while you're about 17, you're
You'll
good.
be in good shape. I wish I'd have done it then, I'd be talking about my Panera Bread stock.
God, I wish I bought Panera Bread.
That's so funny. Look, I had a chance to Starbucks when a long time ago.
Oh, did you? Don't tell people.
I don't want to. I know, because that was so long ago. My goodness. They'll be like, what? Yes, I was a child studying stocks in school. Anyhow.
Hi, Christy Hicks. Shout out to my cousin in Atlanta, Georgia, who's watching and tunes in every week.
I just have a quickie story because, and I don't have all, I mean, I have more details, but it's too much. But the main crux of it is, James Baldwin.
Yes.
The noted American novelist, essayist, and playwright. They have a movie called I Am Not Your Negro, which is a documentary. And because of this getting so much, play, there's been a revolution of interest in the home that he lived in back over on the other side of the world. However, the house that he lived in had an idyllic garden. It was the perfect place for him to write in the medieval village of Saint Paul de Vence on the Côte d'Azur. The Swiss Alps behind, the Mediterranean Sea visible. But anyway, they tore down part of the house part that he lived in a few years back. But right now what's going on, there's a developer that wants to tear the whole thing down. There's other parts of it. and make apartment complex or something in a parking lot. I mean, crazy stuff.
Oh, that's sad.
So there's a group that got together and they're trying to save it. They started a GoFundMe or one of those crowdfunding, trying to save it. But the family seems to be fighting that because there's a lot of money to be made. And some people feel that it's more about the legacy and so I think there's one family member or his daughter or a niece, someone who's really wants, to hold on to the legacy.
Right.
And because it is important, I think, sometimes for someone, because the whole city, like, there's nothing, they should be a museum or something, but they don't even have as much as a plaque with his name on it in this place. And so I just want to throw that out there for anyone who's interested in James Baldwin or, a fan of his work or anything that interest. Just look that up. Look up the information about his home over there and see if maybe, you might want to participate in helping to save it.
Yeah. There's a GoFundMe page, you said, so they can check that out and support it.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
I know it's hard when someone's offering you big money. It's probably on a lot of land, I would guess.
It
too.
is something like
it's got probably a huge property, but how beautiful a place to write. I mean, you know,
and it's beautiful. The picture was like just so lovely and just peaceful, and he had to do that because he kind of got, run out of America. I mean, during the civil rights era, because he was gay, and there was a lot of, anti-gay sentiments, and so he went over there to have some peace of mind and to be able to continue his work. So anyway, that would be a good thing if they can save that.
I hope they work that out.
Yes.
And there, as we talk about the hot weather and the sun, and people get a lot of tans. Yeah. So if you're a lighter complexion person and you get a tan, meaning white or different, anybody, you don't have to be white, you could be anybody who's light skinned, any type of light skin, white skin, light skin, and you get a tan, if you're too dark, is that a problem? I think it depends, myself, on where you started. Like if you're a foreigner from a certain country and you get a little tan, maybe it's a good thing. If you're black and you're fair skinned but you get dark tan, is that a bad thing? Or if you're already maybe a dark complexion, get much darker. I mean, it's just, and then a lot of people from states where the sun, they grew up in the heat, they're going to be a little darker complected. The pigment takes it. So there's a woman who is darker complexion. And so she's trying to model, and she's a college student, so she's very young. She's like 19, I think, is her age. And so she posted all these pictures on social media in a bathing suit. Very nice pictures, She has kind of a big fro. It's a black woman, and she looks beautiful. And everybody pretty much gave her positive comments, except for this one guy said, oh boy, if she was lighter, she'd be fire.
Wow.
If she was lighter, she would be fire. So,
not saying anything.
So she handled it with grace, though. She could have fired back and really?
Yeah.
So her response has been getting a lot of attention. She said, no thanks. I wouldn't trade my skin color for the world. Still fire, though.
Good
I
for
love
you.
It. I love it.
Of course you're fire.
She said, I'm still fire, though. I love
he just doesn't know what fire is. You need to get out more, dude, whoever you are.
Yeah.
Get out more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, if anybody looks at bone structure and just face features, that's what it's about. You could be any color, but you go, wow, you have some amazing structure. Some people are just blessed with a perfect nose. I have a perfect pointy nose,
Well, that reminds me of this little story that I read about it was a little Caucasian girl who wanted to purchase a black doll in the store. And the salesperson kept mentioning to her, oh, well, no, honey, you probably want a doll that looks more like you. Yeah. And what she said was, well, she is like me. Don't you see? She has I'm going to be a doctor. She has the stethoscope. You know what I'm trying to say. The stethoscope. And she has the white lab coat.
Oh, wow.
She looks just like me.
I love that.
Because the mother was getting ready to say something, but the little girl took care of it. And then the lady had to drop her logic about that and just said, okay. But the little girl was she
was colorblind.
They showed the picture, and it was a real little chocolate doll and this real little pale blonde girl. And it was just the cutest thing. I love that. So yeah,
that's special.
She saw the beauty in that.
Right. And it says a lot to her parents.
Yeah, too, absolutely.
Because they're raising her right.
And it goes to prove too that people are taught that stuff.
Oh,
We're
absolutely.
Not born with that. We're not born with
It's
that,
little comments you make when kids are little. They hear you.
Oh yeah, and learn.
They're listening, and they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, time is just flying.
It really does.
Okay, I want to know, what do you think, if you're a divorced couple, should you, and you have a child, is it okay to continue to engage in activities for the sake of the child?
As a family?
Yeah. Act as a family, but you're not together anymore.
I think it depends on the couple. If they're mature enough, they should be able to. I mean, I grew up with my parents who were divorced, and both had remarried, and we managed to have functions together, with everybody. Right. Yeah. So, I just think it depends on the.
I thought you'd say that.
I think so. I really think so.
Everything working out.
I know.
So there's a divorced couple, and they reunite every year for a family photo with their young son. And they do this, and it's hard for the people that they're dating to understand. So the wife said, or the ex-wife says the mother basically lets him go. She's like, I can't date anybody that can't accept this because this is going to continue. And we're going to continue to have this picture. And they go and they do professional photos and have them printed and put them framed up in their son's room. And he loves that.
I think it's great.
So every year it's Adam Dyson and Victoria Baldwin do this every year for their son. And so I just didn't, people are posing questions like, is that going to make a problem for other relationships that they try to have? Which I think it would for some.
It will for some,
but that's
definitely.
Good. You're weeding out the people that you don't need to be with anyway.
But I think you need to be with mature people that are mature like you, because if you can handle that with your and they probably, I imagine they could include the spouses,
probably
right?
with them. Well, if they each marry another, remarry, then I'm sure they would be a part of the picture. But not just someone you're dating.
Exactly.
But first, getting to that point though, before you get to that point, you've got to get to the point where you can date them long enough to even marry them. So people are having a hard time, and I can understand. I mean, you have to establish a comfort level, with the fact that they have somebody, there.
But it's about the children, really, because I feel that because of the way that I was raised, and because I could see my parents years after, all the way up until my mom passed away, my dad was still one of her best friends. They still, talked on the phone.
But that's when you're older, where you're little kid. It's different when you're a little child.
But it started when I was little. They were together. And the thing is, but what it has done for me, it has allowed me in past relationships, when it's time to let go, to be able to still do it in a loving way and separate, you know what I mean? And then some people I've still been able to be friends with. It just depends. And again, it has to be clear that there are the boundaries and that you're done. And I'm good at being very done. So most of the time, people, I'm no threat to anybody, because trust me, you know what I mean? I keep them until there's no other chance that it's going to continue. So anyway, that's a whole nother thing.
I know, right?
Forgive me for all my exes that might be seeing me. I ain't talking about you. If you're hurt about it, if you are hurt, then it ain't about you, because we cool.
That's hilarious.
Anyway,
they're saying it could give mixed signals to the son, who's very young. He's like 3 or 4 years old, and it could give him false hope that maybe his parents are going to get together, because he's always, but they're coming together for a picture. They're not probably hanging out all the time,
right?
So
I think if they're honest with what the kids can understand, then they get it.
The mother's response, which I just wanted to give her quote. This is a quote of the mother, what she has to say to these critics here. He will grow up to see respect, kindness, empathy, compassion, perseverance, flexibility, and even sacrifice being modeled by both of his parents, and he will know it is possible to fall out of love but never fall apart. I loved her response.
That's great.
Yeah.
And I think that's
it. That sums it up.
And it's true. And like I said, I've seen a shining example of that throughout my life. And I believe that, you can end things in a calm, peaceful, and loving way, as long as one person has not intentionally hurt another. Obviously, if somebody's just being an idiot and a jerk, then you might not want to deal with that, but you still have to find a way to deal with your child in a way where you're not making your child know how much of a jerk their other parent is. You have to, there's ways to be, because I saw both sides. I saw, one parent putting the blame on others at some point, and then the other one was always taking responsibility. And that's the one that I had respect for. Well,
it also is the person.
As a young person.
I agree with that totally. And then I think if I'm dating someone in that kind of situation, I think it's on them to make me feel comfortable too. To prove and, make sure you're comfortable and knowing there's nothing going on, because if you're with your ex long enough, it's things are
only if they're not listening to Dr. Rainelle Sims and knowing how to let it go and break it up and be done.
Our relationship expert will make sure.
See, when you've done it right, then you shouldn't have to worry about that.
You got to end it right. So but we got to go. We got things to do.
There are things going on in the world that need our attention. So.
So many things.
We thank you so much for joining us. As always, we love and appreciate you and your attention to us. And
thank you, Coco Brown, for the comments
that
you just made. We see you all.
All the comments.
Rep Renee. You know Rep Renee?
I don't know.
And Ron Kazad.
We do now.
What is said that MNKD keeps getting attacked by shorts, and it would help so many diabetics.
I think it's time to go so we can investigate that, because I don't have an answer for that.
Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for viewing us today on the Karla and Rainelle Show. I hope you've checked out our past shows on YouTube. Karla and Rainelle Talk Show. If you Google that, it'll pull up. And make sure it's the one that has a series of videos that you'll see there on us. It's fun. Yeah. And what else? Spread love and kindness always, please, and make someone smile today. And we'll see you next Wednesday here on Facebook Live.
Thank you very much. And as always,
okay.
Smooches.
Yes, yes. Have a good night.
Okay. And
yes, got to cheers. Cheers to us and cheers to you.
All right. Let's go. We out of here.
I know. We're out and about. Enjoying the sunshine. I dropped the